Welcome to the Overly Opinionated Podcast. Rest in peace to fallen kings, queens, and in-betweens.
And free to God.
And Stop Cop City. If y'all fuck with this video, please like it. Please subscribe if you haven't. And ring the notifications bell so you get notified whenever we drop new content. It helps greatly. Also, I want to take the opportunity right now to, because I've been hearing a lot lately that people listen instead of watching. Mm-hmm. And, hey, every listen counts. Thank you very much. But if you have an account with YouTube, not only is it, in my opinion, better content when you watch the video, because there's facial expressions,
edits,
and the edits,
incredible edits.
So appreciate you, bro. So yeah, it is worth a watch, but also just liking and subscribing, even if you don't ever watch the videos, we would appreciate that too. Darian, I got some shit to get to, man.
Like what?
Matching fits.
You know I'm for it.
Now look, I am newly for it as well. But when Mason was here, he clowned you.
Facts.
Because you was wearing matching top and bottom.
Yeah.
And we were both surprised by that. Because I even complimented you when you walked in. Like, no, you got a fit on. And this is like my vibe a lot of the times. Mm-hmm. And also, I be thinking like I'm looking all right. I was conversing with somebody else about the pod, and she was in full agreement.
What, Mason?
Yeah.
Now,
yes.
This is my first time hearing about this, but I just want to ask one question.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. I just want to ask one question. Do they have an iPhone?
No.
They are different.
No, they do not.
They are different. Like, and that's no shade. They are just different.
Yeah.
Like, I just stand on that, bro. They're just different people.
You're not wrong. They are definitely different.
That's all I was going to ask. Not white, black. Doesn't matter. Just do they have an iPhone? And he answered it, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
It just makes sense to me, bro.
It was shocking to me. That's not something that I encounter. I don't think ever.
Did they give a reason, though?
No, I don't think they did.
Like, I would love to hear the reason.
I do. I think I remember them saying something about it being old school or something like that. I could be wrong about that, though.
That's valid, though.
I might not have been able to hear them after they said that.
That definitely goes
Mr. Matching. Yeah.
Doesn't bother me at all, man.
I am Mr. Matching sweatsuit, dog.
But there's certain colors that make sense that you just don't match, like, or certain, I don't want to even say colors, patterns that I'm just not a fan of. Like what's that? The tie-dye. I don't think anyone should match that.
Okay.
Do you remember when they was doing like the matching, like what?
The Louis V
emojis?
Burberry. Yeah, for sure.
Never a fan of that. I was never a fan of that. Like, that's a no-no for me, bro. I don't fuck with that. The emoji shit was disgusting.
Yeah, get out you live, man. But the thing that you thought that I was talking about, this is a new thing for me. I like matching fits with my lady now.
That shit fire. It makes, I'm speaking for myself, it just makes me feel closer. I don't know why, bro, okay. But it's like, you complete me. That's what that screams for me, bro. That's what that screams, bro.
Okay.
It's a different type of comfort.
Okay.
Like, when they see her and then they see me, they know this is us.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, what opened your eye to it?
We have some of the same shoes, like the exact same shoes, and she was always trying to wear them at the same time as me. And I'm like, sure. But then it got to the point where we're like we have some of the same fits now. You remember the episode with Mason, the black fur that I had on?
Is it the polo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife has a blue one, and we went out one day and we was both wearing that and the same shoes, same color pants. Like it was, yeah.
Now, when you had it on out in public, did you think about what I said? Like anything like matching is like fire.
I like that. I like that we're synchronized.
Yeah.
It don't make me feel closer to her, but I like that we're synchronized.
Why do you like it though?
I don't know necessarily. I don't know. I don't know. Not fully. I don't think I understand it fully. Like my enjoyment of it. But it's like I think a part of it is I know I look good.
Uh-huh.
And I know she look good.
So is it at the point now? I don't know how y'all used to dress before, but did her fit? Was it like influenced by yours and not necessarily like match?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
she always been on that.
okay. Yeah. That's how it's always been for me too.
There are also times where we we clash sometimes, and just because like she want to wear these shoes, these are her favorite shoes right now. She trying to rock them shoes. She has a fit for them shoes. I'm not wearing that.
Yeah, you ruined it. Yeah, I have those.
You call it ruining it. Like I think I look good.
Yeah, sometimes we gotta go our separate ways, but it's like it definitely creates a problem though. Like when I say problem, attitude.
Yeah.
One of us got an attitude.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. She been pushing to match since I got my haircut, and I think she knows I'm out here dangerous. She knows I'm dangerous right now.
The car, the fit, the hair. Yeah,
I'm dangerous.
You got it all, bro.
Yeah,
you got it all. And are you against it?
Against what?
Now, like you said, she's pushing it a little more.
Oh no, I'm with it. I'm with it whenever.
Now,
just make sure you like 6 feet ahead of me. No, I'm playing.
Are you at the stage like y'all going shopping for matching fits yet?
Not no, but not yes either. So, I bought the black furry joint after she already had the blue one. Like
for the sole purpose to match.
I bought her the blue. Well, I just think it's a fire hoodie. But I bought her the blue one, and then I was like, yeah, we gonna match now.
Gotcha.
I am mad dangerous though. Like I realized this is something that I came to the realization not that long ago. Like just the way that people be looking. Did we have this conversation on the pod?
We talk so much. I
never know. Like it started bleeding over.
We talked about it.
If you've heard this, fast forward. But the looks that you get in the current situation I'm in is a little like it's still like what the fuck you looking? Oh,
yeah. I got you.
Oh,
now
and sometimes I'd like to dress up at work, and I'm talking about like
you told me to get spiffy.
Yeah. So sometimes I'll be hopping out thinking nothing of it. I'm the same dude who was just
been here for 7+ years. Yeah. And then the car pulled up. It's like, oh, who the fuck is this?
And I'm like, what the fuck is they issue? Got it.
It's crazy how you can really feel the same but look totally different. And I only think about it one time. That's when I get a haircut. Like
for real.
Simply just when I go get a haircut, they instantly know at my job.
For real.
Like even if I gotta do it or whatever, they instantly know. It's
because you floated in the room.
I always make the joke like, yeah, I'm not robbing you this week. Like, I don't look like a fucking threat. But it's crazy how much a transition it is.
Yeah,
bro.
man. Yeah.
Bro, we gotta talk about fly out.
No, bro. Wait, man. Wait. We're trying like this. There has to be some build to this, and there's no way to attach the other thing with any conversation that we're having.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you how I got there though.
Wait, man. Wait.
I'm excited about this.
No, I can tell. You usually don't try to take the reins like this. This is you are on fire right now. But before we get there, I immediately put this shit in the notes yesterday because it really affected me like that. You ever put clothes on straight out the dryer?
Yeah.
My nigga, it is phenomenal.
Every single time.
Why don't we just do that every time?
It depends on your schedule. Like,
Yeah.
too early in the morning, like, no.
Yep.
That's not really a thing.
Yep.
But fresh out the shower and you about to get in bed, nigga, that is next level.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a cover or something.
A cup, bro.
Next level.
This is such a treat.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is. It's legit like dessert.
I thoroughly enjoy that every single time. That shit puts me right to sleep, bro.
It's unbelievable.
Like, you don't want to leave, but you really gotta be prepared though when you use that tactic though. Like, ain't no like getting out of bed, you gotta make sure everything is set up and you keep it in the dryer. Don't have it turned off like 5 minutes before. Make sure it's still running when you go take it out, and then you gotta go straight to the bed, bro. That shit is love.
It's really love.
Yeah. That shit is a passion. But I don't have it set up that I can just do that daily though.
Right.
But when it happens, this normally happens on weekends for me though.
Man, I have a setup where I think I can make that shit happen. And I don't know why I won't. Like, I should do that. I was getting dressed on Saturday, and I realized my pants was wrinkly. Mm-hmm. So I just threw them in the dryer 15 minutes. Came back, I threw them bitches on. Bro, I was so happy.
Wait, niggas don't own irons anymore, do they?
I do. I own an iron and an ironing board.
That makes sense based off your job and how you dress.
Yep.
Yeah. I have not seen one in so long though. The ironing board.
It
do
don't
they even
do
make updated ones?
Yeah.
Like, is it the same?
They nice. Yeah, they nice now.
What's the difference? Like, what is a nice one?
Just a higher technology. Like, there's not just springs.
That's all they were too. Yeah, I haven't seen one of those in a minute.
Yeah, no, I got one. And I got my childhood one.
What?
Yeah.
Like, still works?
Uh-huh.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I remember a nice iron was the one that had water that sprays.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of it don't do that, but
That's facts.
wow.
Yeah, no, I definitely wanted to touch on that. The warmth of your clothes or your cover coming out the dryer and going straight to body. Bro, there is nothing like that.
That's damn near like sex.
No, but it's better than a cuddle.
How can it be better? Like, how can clothes fresh out the dryer be better?
It couldn't.
That's why I said it's like sex, bro.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not missing anything, bro. That shit ain't missing shit, bro. That shit is perfect every single time. You can't even fuck it up either.
You almost got me. You almost got me say something crazy.
Like, you can't fuck that up either. Like.
My cover don't spit in my mouth. No,
that
you
is
nasty. No, you nasty. You nasty, bro. You nasty. And then I just want to just touch on this real quick. I was scrolling through Reddit, and somebody caught on fire. This happens all the time on Reddit. Don't worry. He's either fine or just another Reddit casualty. Don't worry about that. Somebody caught on fire, and I go straight to the comments because that's what you do. And in the comments, somebody was like, does no one remember Stop, Drop, and Roll? And bro, that unlocked a childhood memory. Don't get me wrong. Like, I never forgot Stop, Drop, and Roll. But the childhood memory that it unlocked was the fact that we was getting taught Stop, Drop, and Roll like niggas was getting caught on fire all the time. Like, that was something that we heard a lot. Like, bitch, how many times you been caught on fire? Why are you teaching us this so much?
And then I never really actually seen somebody be on fire either.
Bro,
like, I see niggas get burned, but not actually be on fire.
Who is getting caught on fire so much that in the early 90s,
you gotta teach our kids.
Like, motherfuckers is calling you, telling you, hey, yo, you know, when you get caught on fire, what you do, you stop, you drop, and you roll. Bro, we got that all the time, right?
That is crazy. Like, something had to have happened that they teaching that in school though.
Not just teaching it. I completely understand you teaching it at least once, right? Like, they teach everything at least once in school, except for like how black people were oppressed. But You taught that, like, bro. I probably got
They
that.
instilled that in us.
Yeah,
for sure.
I got that in preschool. I got that in kindergarten. I probably got it in kindergarten multiple times. Then first grade, second grade, we are stopping, dropping, and rolling.
And I'm pretty sure it was like legit, like a fire marshal, somebody from them who came in and taught it to.
Bro, how
Wow.
often are kids getting caught on fire in America?
And they probably don't even do dare no more. Do they?
I don't know.
Now that makes some shit. That makes sense to keep that around.
Yeah,
But yeah, I remember the shirts and everything.
I actually fucked with Dare.
People didn't. Never mind. Never mind. Yep.
But yeah, no, man, we was stopping, dropping, and rolling like at an insane rate. I think, like, it just seems overkill for. But I guess I mean, like, the dude on Reddit probably could have used it. So
I don't even know if that shit truly works.
it do.
Does
Yeah,
it really?
Yeah, it works. Yeah, it works great.
Great.
Yeah, it works great.
I need to see like an
Yeah,
experiment.
go to Reddit.
Yep.
Yeah, go to Reddit, man. It's plenty. There is stopping, dropping, and rolling aplenty.
That's a whole nother world over there. Reddit.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
That's
It's the whole world, is what it is.
that's a real internet user if they got Reddit.
Facts.
Yeah, I
Facts.
stand on that too.
Yeah.
Now,
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
now I was at work and work with a bunch of repubs and love their guns.
Sure.
And someone made the comment like, "Women need guns more than men." I thought about it. I was like, "That's fucking stupid." Like, I kind of disagree.
Okay.
But then I thought about it. Men are dangerous. Sometimes men can be dangerous when it comes to a woman. Makes sense. But then I instantly thought of like normal things that happen that people just accept, like fly out culture. You know what that is? Like a dude on the internet can fly somebody out in hopes for whatever, a date, whatever. People do that. Like you gotta fly them out. And it doesn't make sense to me that women will accept that. Is that crazy to you?
Bro, what?
Fly out culture.
It doesn't make sense to you that women get flown out, except being flown out?
By people on the internet that they never met. That's crazy.
Okay.
That's insane to me.
Okay.
And when I thought about that, yeah, women need guns. But it's also like, if they're willing to make decisions like that, they also don't need guns. Do you see where I'm going here?
No, man.
Why would you let somebody you don't know fly you out? Like, why would you accept that?
Are you saying because it seems obviously too dangerous to do?
Clearly, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm on that vibe, bro.
Now, why?
Because I guess I'm not necessarily against people taking risks.
That's a crazy one to take, though.
I don't disagree with you.
Like,
fully.
knowing serial killers exist, that is crazy. Now, blind dates is crazy to me, too, also. Now, but it's safer than getting flown out.
Okay. Yeah. I agree with that.
But I just don't think flying somebody out should ever be a thing. Like, the numbers on that should be super low.
I don't think they're high.
I feel like it happens more than you think.
Maybe. But I think that if that's the case, if it happens more than I think, and killers are exactly as statistical as we know they are, then they got good chances of not getting murdered. They got great chances, actually.
I can't agree with that. No, I can't agree with that.
You're disagreeing with statistics. You just told me that it happens a lot. That's what
do
you
we think? Yep.
Yeah. Murder doesn't. It just doesn't.
Wait, no, I disagree with that. Murder
Oh.
happens a lot. People missing happen a lot.
That's not the same thing.
Wait.
Every time someone is missing, that does not mean that they're murdered. Most missing
I
people,
agree.
most missing people were intentionally somewhere and didn't get in contact with the people that were going to call them missing.
Some people aren't found though.
That's a fact. But the vast majority of them are found being somewhere that they chose to be.
No, I can't wrap my head around fly out culture, bro. I just can't. I can't.
Yeah, and I don't think I hope I'm not coming off as saying like, oh no, it's a groove.
That's what it sounds like.
I just don't think that this is a hill to die on, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you let somebody fly you out?
No.
In hopes that you like them?
No,
Why?
I don't take risks like that. I'm a risk averse person. No, I'm being dead serious. Like I don't get out. Like I don't go to fucking bars, my nigga. I don't like being around people. I fucking hate being around strangers. Hate it.
Now, it's different though in the dating scene, though, right?
It's way worse. It's way fucking worse.
It just blows my mind that even exists. Like normally exists, I should say. Like it's common. That's what blows my mind.
I think you're using that word loosely, brother.
No way.
Common? You think people are commonly flying people out? My nigga, I only know like 30 people who can afford a spontaneous plane ticket.
Okay, that's valid.
And I am not one
okay.
of them.
When I say common, I mean in today's day and age.
Huh?
Is that better? Like you don't have to actually know them, but it is common to get flown out. Let's say you get on the internet. Do you have a fly out story? I'm sure plenty of them. There's plenty of them.
What does that mean, plenty of them? I just want you to know there are 7 billion people on the planet. Almost 8.
Okay.
I just want you to know that. And I want you to know that there is a tiny, fewer than 10% of that 7 billion people that have ever been flown out by someone they didn't know.
That's hard for me to accept that one. Yeah.
You're living in a fake world.
No,
and I
bro.
get it. You
No.
got a daughter. You have to feel this way.
No.
You have to feel this way. I don't have to be blinded away from statistics. People aren't getting flown out, man. People aren't getting flown out. It's not happening. Do you know anybody that's been flown out?
I want to say one. Now, I do want to say one. Now, I can ask her after our conversation, and I can send you a screenshot. Just out of curiosity. I'll be more shocked if she hasn't been flown out. I possibly know too. I take that back. I possibly know too. And I feel like that's more than enough. I feel like that's too much. Now, I don't know niggas who are flying people out.
Do you think that it's dangerous specifically because in your head, every time someone is getting flown out, it's to see a stranger? Because I would assume that is like the lowest percentage of people that are getting flown out. Like most people are flying out to see people they've seen before.
Yes, I feel like that's part of it. Now, let's say it's someone famous you admire. Hit your DMs if you were single or whatever.
If Drea Michelle wants to fly me out, I'm flying out.
And when you get
I'm not laughing. I'm there.
Why her?
I'm there.
Her?
What do you want me to say? Ice Spice? What do you want me to say?
I'm officially offending her now because of you. Like, thank you.
She makes great music. Ain't it? Top tier artist.
But damn, that's great. Her? That's the first day that came to your mind?
Well, I used to tell that to my wife. That's why I brought her.
I was about to say, wow, I don't even know what she's famous for. That's not the basketball hopper, is it?
I got no idea. I'm right there with you. I don't know what she's famous for.
It's one bitch that make me sick, and that's her. I'm kind of upset with you. I'm sorry, excuse my language. But damn, that's crazy to say.
What?
That's
There's one bitch. Yeah. No, what are you talking about? Yeah.
Well, she's not a lady, so that's not how ladies act.
Okay.
But
No, I'm not about to censor you, but you do sound crazy.
But you'll let her fly you out,
Yeah.
and you get there and ain't her. Then what? It's P Diddy there. What you gonna say?
What does that mean?
Please don't tell me you don't know about P Diddy. No, please. Like, let's not do this, bro. You gonna make me mad all over again. Like, please.
Yeah. I don't know anything about P.
Y'all help me, please.
What happened?
Help
What
me,
happened?
please, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You just said that
Right.
like I was gonna know.
I just fucking hate how stupid you are sometimes.
How does that
But,
make me stupid?
like,
No, for
you
real.
just
You
don't
keep doing
know
this.
shit.
How does that make me
You
stupid?
just don't know shit
That
at
is
all.
valueless information.
I give you that, but
Oh,
So-
don't make me disrespectful.
so,
Don't make me disrespectful.
You know what happened with R. Kelly?
Yeah.
It comes out, P Diddy's doing the same thing. There's like
Oh shit.
almost,
crazy.
Okay, but he's like doing it with men too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's why it's like a lawsuit and all that. Like, yeah. So that's why I said it's P Diddy, and you just missed the joke.
No.
But yeah, like it's just super fucking dangerous, bro.
Yeah, of
Like,
course. Yeah.
Like it. I just don't think the reward would just equals the risk.
I think there's a good argument against that, though. I think there's a good argument against that.
They say it's like the same thing when women get flown to Dubai. However you pronounce it. Yeah, they say it's like a degrading thing. It's a whole world out there on shit like this, bro. And
Sure.
I catch myself feeding into that shit so much.
Um,
Like, to the point, like, I think niggas is out here. It's a quote that, like, when people come out, like, doing stupid shit, like getting flown out by strangers, they say Jeffrey Dahmers would do Jordan numbers in today's day and age. Because people do some of the craziest shit, man. With strangers, I should say. Some of the crazy shit. People do really insane shit. Insane.
I'm not saying that it's not risky, but I will say, and I hope to be corrected if I'm sounding like I'm on the opposite side of Darian, and I'm not. Like I'm right in the middle here. I don't take these risks. It's a joke if Dre Michelle wants to fly me out. Like, no, I'm not.
Why you winking?
But you sound old school as fuck, man. And you have for the last few episodes too.
No, but
you sound like the world is going in a direction. People are making decisions that you don't like, and you're judging those decisions, basically saying that they are either right or wrong, and because it's not one that you would like, it's wrong. To me, when you say that people are doing these stupid things like getting flown out, the only reason you know is because they made it back to say something. And it's like, well, then it wasn't as dangerous as it could have been. And it's like, to me, there's good evidence that this is happening in a safer way than just like hitchhiking. Right? Like,
I feel like this is modern day hitchhiking.
nah,
Why?
because you are planning to do this.
What's the difference with hitchhiking?
You're not planning to do that.
What?
Like, you are not planning to be in this person's presence. You are hoping to be in a car. Don't matter which person it is. There is literally communication between you and the person buying your plane ticket.
Yeah. I'm definitely against it.
Yeah, I think I don't think that it is fully an unnecessary stance to take, but that is where I lean more toward. I lean more toward like, hey man, these are grown people that's making their own decisions, dog, and that's something like, be free. Like, be free to make that decision. I don't think that it is the safest possible option, but if you went with the safest possible option every time, you wouldn't do shit. You wouldn't do shit. You'd be stuck in the house all the time. doing the safest possible thing. Like, my nigga, you take walks at Summit Lake, gang. Like, you talking about doing safe shit. Like, that's so ridiculous. Like,
I'm safe. Like, I'm safe. like,
yeah,
like,
man.
I'm what they scared of there.
No, I get that.
Right? Like, I'm exactly what they think they're going to see there.
Who is they? Who is they?
The doggers, bro.
That's so crazy.
What?
That's so crazy.
Why? Because you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
You're gonna... That's my favorite meme, bro.
Nah. But, like, you can't always... There is risk involved in enjoying life.
But do you disagree with Jeffrey Dahmer doing crazy numbers today?
Yeah, I think he did crazy numbers. Like,
but do you think it would have been better in today's day and age?
I hate when you use the phrase "today's day and age." It feels like it feels like you mix two phrases. In this day and age, I think is the go ahead. Do you think? But no, I don't think he would have been more successful. Like,
really?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Do you accept that there are actual statistics to these things? Like, serial killers didn't stop existing. Like, serial killers, like, that still happens. And there are serial killers that are prolific, and there are serial killers that are less prolific. But, like, you know, saying that they're doing, like, great numbers is just...
That sounds so harsh saying that, but... Yeah. I feel like it's more hidden now. I feel like we have a lot of serial killers, but it's just hidden. For sure.
Man.
Yeah. I'm probably naive, bro.
You were born in the 50s.
What?
Yeah.
You think there's not?
Huh.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, how can you walk around and, like, think things like that?
Think things like what?
Like, there's, like, not a lot of serial killers.
Well, because there are statistically not a lot of serial killers. Most people that have ever existed never killed anybody. Most people have killed 0 people. You have to kill multiple people to be a serial killer. Most people have never killed anyone. And that is just facts. Like, there's no way around that. That's facts.
I see what you mean. You're taking it literal, though.
Oh, my God.
No.
Don't do this to me right now.
No, that's
man.
what you're doing, though. That's weird as fuck. Like, that's weird.
What?
Like, okay.
Talk to me, man.
Okay.
Talk to me.
So, let's say there's 2 serial killers in Akron.
Okay.
Akron got how many people?
Honestly, I don't know.
Look, more than 80,000. We both can agree.
Well, yeah.
If there is 2 serial killers, them 2, that's a large number. 2 is a large number, bro.
Okay.
Like, it shouldn't be that many serial killers in this small town.
You're not going to like this. This is just how my brain works. I would say that same fucking thing with 1. If there was a half a serial killer, I'd say, God damn, that's a lot of serial killers.
But if there's 2, it's like, bro, what the fuck is going on? So you're saying 2 people compared to more than 80,000, like that's small. No, that's not small. That's still a lot. Because of
how big does that number have to get before it's not? Shout out to my neighbor who literally vacuums 4 times a day.
Hey, 1 is enough, bro.
Sure. Then you should just be you shouldn't leave your house. Like, if this is genuinely how you feel, if there's not a number that you could say, like, if you say, if I were to tell you that there were, let's say, 4 million people in Akron, Ohio,
mm-hmm.
and you were to say, yeah, man, but still 2 serial killers is a lot. Max bet. Let's say there are 380 million people in America, and only 2 of them are serial killers. You're like, yeah, man, that's a lot. That's exactly what I just said a second ago. Like, anybody who's killing people, that's too many people killing people. But now you're talking about as if, like, the number getting bigger doesn't mean that there's not that, like, there are literally not that many people killing people. Literally.
Yeah, that's hard for me to accept that one, bro. Yeah, that's hard for me to accept that one, my nigga.
It's factual. There are too many people killing people, for sure, because there is more than 0 people killing people. So I'm on board that there are too many people killing people. But to say that it's a lot of people, it's just not, man. Like, the vast majority of people will never murder someone. The vast majority. The vast majority of people will never murder someone or rightfully kill someone. Like, the vast majority of people will never have blood on their hands of another human. And that's great. This is the safest time ever. But, like, factually speaking, there has never been a safer time. Ever.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Nah, that's hard for me to accept that one, bro. Nah, I feel like that's someone is lying to us.
No, I think you just, and again, I completely understand this being that you got a kid. Like, you are supposed to see the world as something to protect your daughter from. I get that, dog. But, and I agree. Like, I think you got to keep your head on a swivel because life is real out here. Like, shit really do be real out here. I completely agree. You make decisions so that you put yourself in the lowest likelihood for violence to befall you. Yes. But the chances that violence befall you are lower than they have ever been in human history.
I feel like I'm moving. Like, I'm on Reddit more than you. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. And then for some reason, I've been binge watched I ain't gonna say the craziest shit. Mm-hmm. Like the cold cases. And once I see one, I'm on that for like a few hours. Like, for some reason, I always think about shit like that.
And this is also, I think this is indicative of the effect that it has. Like, you be sharing people getting shot to me all the time. All the people dying all the time. You think that means it's happening. If I was just to send you videos of people eating breakfast, like, there are infinitely more situations where someone was eating breakfast and then went to work and then came home, infinitely more than someone who got their head shot off.
Yeah, I used to send you that shit all the time.
You did. And this is what you consume, so this is the world to you. And don't get me wrong, man, I consume that shit too, just way less than you. And I am also, like, I watch people debate about this type of shit. And I promise you, man,
it's not like that.
It is. No, it is like that. Just way less than it has ever been before. Like, way less. Way, way less. There are some places that are more dangerous than other places. There are some places where their population is doing more murder than whole other populations.
Yeah, for sure.
But most people are not that.
Yeah. It is weird focusing on a small group of people, though.
No, it's not. No, it isn't. It's not weird at all, bro. Them people are literally killing people. Like, that is.
But if you focus on them, it almost feels like you're surrounded by them. And that's what makes it weird.
Yeah.
Like, that's the weird part.
There is a concept in evolutionary biology that I have recently been introduced to that I fucks with a lot. Basically, the propensity to run from potential danger has evolved because there are two ideas, like your fight or flight. The group of people that would not run from a rustle in the bushes were less likely to survive because if it was ever a jaguar, they got eaten. The people who were more likely to run from a rustle in the bushes were more likely to survive because even if it wasn't a jaguar, you're not getting eaten.
Right.
So
I remember we brought that up.
Yeah. So, like, there is something to the fact that even in a non-dangerous situation, your reaction being one that lends itself to surviving a dangerous situation, that's a positive thing, like, evolutionarily. So I get it. And I think me and you both live in a situation that is much less dangerous than one that we used to find ourselves in. Like, we used to be on the 2, bro. Like, niggas used to be on the 2 with our whole paycheck in our pocket. We really used to cash our checks in the Arlington Plaza and put the whole joint in our pocket and walk home. You smell me?
Yeah.
And now, like, we don't do that.
I just love how you say the 2. Like, like some people won't get that.
That's
but
fine.
Like,
it wasn't for you.
But if you know, like the 2.
But the point that I'm making is that we still have tendencies that lend themselves to survival in a situation we no longer live in. Like, I still move around as if I have to survive a situation that I no longer live in.
Yeah.
And I think you feeling like getting flown out is some ultimately dangerous thing. And again, I am not fully in disagreement with that. I do think that it is a more risky than not thing to do. But I don't think that it's the same as like, I don't know, like hopping in some dude's car who's got, you know, no beard, a mustache, and wireframe glasses. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely more dangerous things you can do, especially if you have the ability to vet this person. And like I said, I don't think that necessarily most of these things are happening with absolute strangers. Not saying that is like the most safe thing to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, and this is an old school type take too.
Bro,
this is real old.
You make me feel old, bro.
I'm not gonna. And you know, your mom type old, right?
No, she is old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I definitely think some of that comes with the territory of being raised by an older person. And I think that the listeners can pick up on that as well. Especially the way that you talk about white people. That is some raised by someone old school shit.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, I try to speak on things I just feel like is completely just like, how can you do this and this makes sense? So my daughter had friends over yesterday. And I remember growing up, there is no way I am going to someone's house unless my mom speak to that parent. Like, there is no way. And under the age of 7, like, there is absolutely no way. And her friend knocked on the door and asked to come play and just came in the house. No problem. She didn't have to go tell her parent, nothing. And I feel like that shit is so crazy, bro. That's definitely crazy, right?
Yeah.
Now, you could call that old school, but no, that's just simply
I wouldn't
crazy.
consider that old school.
Like, so shit like that makes me think, like, I know my mom approaching 70. Like, I know I got an older mom for my age. Like, for sure, it's always been like that. That's nothing new. But that just only makes sense to me.
That's not the same thing, though.
Now, what's different?
This is a child. Like, this is literally, you're not choosing to do something that you get to control some aspects of it. Like, there are parts to that when getting flown out. Like, you can refuse to, just because you're in the airport doesn't mean you have to live with that person for the next 2 days. Like, you can literally only meet them in the airport. You can only meet them at the Wendy's next to the airport. Like, you don't have to go and be at this person's whim.
Listen,
a child is always at someone's whim.
I'm flying you out, yes, you do.
Stop, man. Stop, dog.
I'm glad I can make that joke with you. They probably think I'm some serial killer now.
According to you, everyone is.
I feel like we brush shoulders with one. We just don't know.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And that is too dangerous for me.
Yeah. You probably encountered 5 by now, honestly.
That's wild.
Yeah. But you've also encountered a whole lot of fucking people in your lifetime.
But that 5 is crazy, though.
I'm not saying it's not.
I only know like 10 people.
No. And I'm just saying, when I say encountered, like, you've been in the same room. I actually think about that whenever I'm in a room, like if I go to a sporting event or something like that. Like once you get into the like tens of thousands, I be thinking like I'm doing like life stat math in my head. It's like, man, 20% of these people ain't gonna be alive this time next year. So,
fuck. Damn. No, I don't do that, bro.
or like one of these people went to prison for bashing someone's head in. You know what I mean?
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, but what do I do that you makes me think like I'm older? Like,
well, specifically the way that you talk about race is just that it is just some of the most old school shit in the world. And I didn't associate it with old school until I realized that you and the other person that I know that talks like this were raised by older parents. And like I mix that with like the older people that I know and how they get out.
damn.
Yeah, you move around like you were a lot. Like the way that you talk, it's like you were alive during like the like the 80s or something.
Really?
Like that's how you talk. Yeah.
Maybe because my role models was all previously born before the 80s, though.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Damn. I want you to start calling that out.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because I feel old, but now that you say I talk old, it's like, damn, I got to slow down. Do you think you talk old? Because I feel like our moms is like similar in age.
They aren't. They're not.
What year was she born?
73.
Your mom was born in 73?
Uh-huh.
My mom was older.
I know, nigga.
Wow. Damn, I really got an old ass mom. That's wild.
Yeah.
Damn, that is wild to me.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, I'm old. That solidifies it for me then. Yeah, I'm old. Fuck. And then I hang around old people too.
And I do too,
and
but
that
I
makes
think
it worse.
but I think that's what makes it, because usually when I'm hanging around old people, I'm like, oh shit, like that is an aggressive way to go about that. But it also shows me kind of like where your mentality about things comes from.
Damn. So do you definitely see the difference between other 25-year-olds for sure?
Yeah.
Now, when you say my mentality, like you talking about like on my views and shit,
Yeah.
and how I address my views.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Damn.
Not gonna lie, bro. I'm glad your brother gay.
What?
Because you would be.
No.
Yeah.
Now, time out.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because I had something in the notes. I forgot. I was supposed to put it in the notes, but we was talking and that shit just threw me for a loop.
Okay.
Now, he called me anti-gay.
Uh-huh. That makes sense.
For not.
I don't even know what happened.
I'm gonna tell you the
that
story.
makes sense.
So, he has a boyfriend. Fine, not a problem. And
That's so wild to have to say.
well, I have to prove that I'm not anti-gay. That's the only reason why I said it.
Okay.
So, my fiance was telling me a story of how they met. And it was a little sexual. I was like, yuck, I don't want to hear that. But the idea of how they met was fire. That's what I said. And when he brought it up to me, he was like, yeah, she told me that she told you. And he was like a little disgusted. That kind of make you anti-gay, but I know you're not. I was like, me not wanting to hear about something makes me anti-gay? Like, how does that work? He was like, because it makes you feel uncomfortable. I was like, but I'm not anti-gay. Like, I support you and anyone else, whatever they fuck want to do. I just don't want to hear about it. Like, do you really think that make me anti-gay? Do you? Not wanting to hear about something you're not interested in? Because it makes you feel uncomfortable? Because the example I gave him, I was like, you don't want to hear me talk to you about football because you don't give a fuck. Like, I don't want to hear that because I don't care for one, and it kind of nasty. I just don't want to hear that.
That's the part. There it is.
Now-
Like it's hard to see it any other. I don't know how to say this properly. Like I genuinely don't know how to word this. it's hard to see it as anything other than partially. Damn, what is the word? It's not. I don't know that the word is anti-gay. Intolerant? Yeah, there we go. It's hard to see it as anything other than at least partially intolerant for you to be like, ugh, yuck, on something that, unless you're saying that it's because it's your brother and you don't want to think about your brother fucking somebody, or something like that. Like you just don't like hearing about sex. But I mean, some of the conversations that we have, man, like, it seems like sex is sex, and if you're comfortable talking about it, it seems intolerant for him to not be able to get his shit off.
Now,
right?
I get that, but I just don't want to hear it. That is it. Like, I accept that it happens, but I just simply don't want to hear it. And I'm more just anti-hearing it. Like, I know it exists. I know it happens. But again, I just don't want, I'd rather not hear about this. Like, so I don't.
How's that different? You can steer me in the right direction here. Y'all can steer me in the right direction here if the comparison that I make don't make sense. How's that different from, let's say, a white person saying that they understand that their let's say niece has a black boyfriend, they just don't want to hear about it? How's that different? Oh, Brittany and Jamal just bought a house. Hey, I don't want to.
No. Okay. That's completely not want to hear about it. I know he has a boyfriend. Uh-huh. I just don't want to hear about them fucking. That is it. Just not interested in them fucking at all. Like, I am just simply not interested in that. Now,
gay sex is a topic that just can't be be broached with you.
Bro, listen, that sounds so crazy, but I'd rather, like, if I walk in the room and that's the topic, this is not the room for me. That is it. Just let me know when y'all done. I'll come back in.
Because there's gayness here.
No.
I hate to tell you that that's not true. Like, your no is not true. Because we have had many a conversation, and not just us. Like, you are my close friend.
Okay.
You have had conversations with me, my wife, and other people who were not close friends with you about sex.
Okay.
You are not invested in their sex life whatsoever.
Now, are you saying I just don't fully accept it?
Yeah, man.
Now,
you are at least partially intolerant to gayness existing.
is that hurtful?
Yeah.
Now, I ask you that because it's like, I'm not against going to a gay club.
Okay.
I'm not against any gay event. I'm not against. I just simply
You sound like someone who has a black friend.
Bro,
Do you hear it? No, I'm asking. Do you hear
for
that?
sure hear it.
Okay.
But if all of this makes me, if I do all of this, but me not wanting to hear about gay sex makes me anti-gay, I feel like that's.
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Do you think that?
I don't think so. I don't think that I think that you're anti-gay.
What do you think I am?
I think you are at least partially intolerant.
I can accept that, but
Yeah.
let's say that's what it is, and that's the only thing.
Yeah.
Where is the? I don't want to say problem, but how's that hurtful to the community? If that's the only thing I just don't want to deal with, I guess, or entertain with.
So I think this might be where I lose a lot of people here. Because a lot of people want sex to be private. And if that's your vibe, have at it. To me, the reason that you are hurting your brother is because you don't give a fuck that sex is private, just his. Yikes, man. Like, yikes, dog. That is tough, bro. That is tough. That's like, so like, I'm a non-religious man.
Uh-huh.
And when I go to some of my family members' houses, it is okay to express your religion unless it's mine. Wow, I feel isolated by people that I love, especially since I accept you for who you are fully. Like I let you peddle Jesus to me even. I will interact with you reading the Bible and ask you questions about what you believe in and try to insert the things that I know about Christianity so that we can have a cordial conversation about something that I think is untrue. But I can't express myself the same way that I am open to you expressing yourself. And that's what you're saying to your brother. You're saying to your brother, like, I get to tell you about how I get out in the bedroom.
But I don't.
What do you mean?
I don't do that with him. That's not how we get out. Like, I don't share that with him, and I have never told him not to share. He just simply didn't. Okay? He just simply didn't. I only heard about this because of my lady. They talked. That was it. Like, I have never told him not to express that with me. I have never expressed my sex life with. Like, it was just like a neutral understanding. Like, we just didn't do that.
Okay.
And that was it.
Okay.
So,
but that's what I was saying at the beginning, bro. If this is just you don't talk about sex with your brother, then you just don't talk about sex with your brother. It's an internal thing that you are at least a little bit intolerant of homosexuality.
Now, I feel like it's hard for me to accept that because I don't want it to be true. And that makes all the sense in the world. But it's like, I'm doing all this, that, and this. And if this is what makes me a non-ally, I feel like that's kind of crazy.
No one called you a non-ally, though. Well, at least I didn't.
Okay, anti-gay is a
I did not call you that.
Right. Fact.
I am not saying that.
Anti-gay is definitely not non-ally, but now that you know we don't talk about this, like, how is it hurtful to the community? When I don't, like you said, like, I don't come.
It is an indirect. I think you're doing indirect negative to the. I don't want to say the community because I don't think that's necessarily real. I don't think that the community gives a fuck about what you think. But to your relationship with your brother, there is at least something internally with you that you don't fuck with
now,
homosexuality.
It
to a certain
definitely
degree.
crazy saying yuck. I have fully acknowledged that. Like, that is definitely like fucked up to say. Like,
but the reason I'm trying to put words to it was fucked up because that doesn't really mean, like, that doesn't really explain that. I think the it was fucked up is the fact that, like, there is something that you don't fuck with about homosexuality. There is something that disgusts you about homosexuality. And I'm not telling you that you need to not be disgusted by any part of homosexuality. But the fact that this is a conversation that you feel the need to have, you don't want to be disgusted by homosexuality, and you are. That's it. I don't think that makes you a bad person. I don't think that you're burning gays at the stake. I don't think that you're out here kicking people in the kneecaps.
No. Is that a non-ally?
I don't know how to answer that question.
And that's where I think why I am so affected by that.
I don't know how to answer that question because I think sometimes the criticisms of people who have at least partial intolerance is as if they are the same as, like, kicking people down the stairs or something. And that's not, like, I think you can be an ally and also not be perfectly in support of something. I think you can be an ally to it and not perfectly in support of it. Like here, I'll say this. The Thin Blue Line stickers.
What is that?
The cop stickers, the cop flag on cars.
I'm not hip.
It's impossible you're not hip. It's literally an American flag with a blue line instead of like anything else. You see, there's no way you don't see it all the time.
Sure. Okay. Sure. I can't picture. I'm sorry.
That's crazy. That's great. This is crazier than anything that I haven't known. Because it is literally in front of you all the time.
You talking about a blue American flag?
No.
Oh yeah.
It's typically either, I think it's a black American flag, but one of the stripes is blue. And it basically says like, I fucks with cops. Yeah. That is you being an ally to cops. Like you fucks with cops.
I agree.
That does not mean that you give money to like cop charities and shit like that. Like just because there's something that you do or something about you that puts you out of alignment with perfect like support of this thing doesn't mean that you are against that thing.
And I thought about this a lot because this happened last week, and I tried to put myself in the other person's shoes. And if the best example I can give is like if someone was disgusted with blacks but called themselves an ally, it's like I couldn't see you as an ally.
Sure.
And I don't want to be seen as a non-ally.
Sure.
And, like I love my brother to death. Like
right.
Don't treat him none of that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like for him to say this was anti-gay to him, it's like, damn, like, how can I fix this or how can I prove like I'm not anti-gay? And that shit been stuck with me.
You gotta look it up on Pornhub, man.
Yuck.
Yeah, no, man, this is kind of interesting that this came up because we had a conversation with some folks that we really fuck with, a hard body, and one of the people in this conversation was saying that they had a gay best friend, or they had a best friend, and he came out as gay, and he started sharing stories and shit, and it was like, yeah, no, I can't get out.
Like,
I can't get down with that.
And then I understand so much though. Like I really understand that. Like, but then it's like, damn, I can't share. Like we've been best friends. I used to be able to share my female stories with you, and it was cool. But now that I'm gay, I can't. Me and my brother never just had that relationship. So it was like for him to still even call me anti-gay, it was like, damn, like I'm not trying to be. Like,
Sure, yeah.
And I hope that's not the case. Like, I truly hope that is not the case here. Like, because I got to fix something.
Well, I think, like I said, the fact that you seem to be in conflict with your actual behavior and feelings, there's probably something that you need to wrestle with. Yeah, it is grown naked man. But but no, there is probably something that you need to wrestle with. Like mentally, there's probably something going on in there that you probably want to talk to yourself about. Like I'm not into like watching gay porn or anything like that. But I have no problem talking sex with my homosexual friends, man. None, zero.
I just rather not, man.
Okay.
I don't think
that there's necessarily anything wrong with that. I think the only weird thing comes from the fact that like it's a groove.
If they were straight,
that makes it. Yeah, there's something weird about that to me.
Well,
there's something weird about that.
That's our common interest, though. That's what we have in common here. Like, I'm not going to talk LeBron James with a football player.
That seems ridiculous.
Why?
Why not? Why wouldn't you?
Because you like football.
You don't think that they also can like LeBron? Like when you say that, it's like you don't see that there are similarities in things that are different. Like, damn. Apologies for the vulgarity, but like, gay dude's probably like getting your dick sucked, dog.
Yeah.
Gay dude's probably put in a championship round.
Yeah. Okay.
They probably feel like him after 2.
Yes.
And I have no problem with someone expressing like, hey, yeah, no, I turned the fuck up today. I got no problem with that. And I'm not just saying this as like, oh, I'm the biggest ally ever. I don't even know how to be an ally to almost anyone. But like, I'm empathetic to people. And I'm also not at all disgusted by like homosexual, like not at all. Like, do your thing. That's happening over there.
Yeah, again, I feel like I hate that I'm trying to downplay it because I feel like that's also like a problem too. But it's like if I see somebody eating mustard, I don't want to see that shit. Yuck, like disgusting. I just rather not see that.
Yeah,
like it's not the end of the world. Like I don't think you're the worst person in the, like because you eat mustard. Like I see that as hearing about gay sex the same thing.
Okay.
Like that's not, I don't like it. I'm not interested in it. Just keep it over there.
I think the fact that it's sex and the fact that I would say the majority of people want that to be private lends to your case here. But I think that the fact that homosexuality is often a large part of someone's identity kind of dismantles that case that you just made. Like most people wouldn't have a mustard bottle in their Instagram bio.
Gotcha.
Like that's not something that defines them. But homosexuality is a lot of times. I think the way that you're feeling kind of leads you into the direction that like makes sense. Like you feel like you have to fix this and you have to prove to your brother that you're not how it seems that you are. Yeah, I think that tells you at least something. Yeah. I don't think that necessarily. I don't think that intuition always leads you down the right path. But I think it at least tells you something. Like there's some inconsistency. There's some inconsistency within you.
I can agree with that. Yeah, and I see it. I for sure see it. And then I feel like if I didn't truly believe what he said, I wouldn't have thought about it. It would have just went in one ear after the other. So yeah, I know there's some truth to what he said. I feel like though, but damn, it sucks to try to like, I guess accept that. Yeah.
Damn, it's crazy. I did not intend to strike a chord there when I said that. It's just like you got old school. You got old school. I don't want to call them mannerisms, but like mentalities about you. And I think this might be one of them. Where like you hear homosexuality and you're like, ew. No. Homosexual sex.
That is it.
And you're like, ew.
Like two dudes kiss, like go ahead, kissing. That does not bother me in the slightest bit at all.
Just when dicks come out, sober for you.
I'm gone, bro. Like this is not my scene there. Like that's it, bro.
Yeah,
it's simple. That's it. Like, bro, you can kiss in front of my kid. Like that does not bother me. I ain't gonna turn my daughter. It's none of that. We
just lost all the listeners when you said that.
Like that does not bother me. Go kissing a girl. None of that bothers me.
Okay.
Like at all. Like I don't even bat an eye to that.
Yeah.
Like, but it's the moment y'all talking about intercourse, man. I'm just not interested. That's it. That's it, man.
Yeah, I think for the most part that's understandable, man. I think that is probably the majority of people. I just don't know if that's like the way to be.
And then when you say the majority, I feel like that's not ally type shit though. Like I really don't feel like that's ally type.
Hey,
type
you
shit.
hear it as long as you hear it, man. As long as you, and I don't want to be like I should not be a like even the determining factor of whether this is ally behavior or not. Like I said, I don't know how to.
Yeah, I was
be
just curious in your opinion.
I don't know how to be an ally. Yeah, I am overly opinionated, so it works out. I do think that. I think that the fact that it affects you is good. Like this is good. The fact that someone telling you like you don't rep for the gays. The fact that bothers you, that's probably a good thing.
Damn. Yeah, it is. I could have been like, you damn Skippy.
Yeah.
But I didn't, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, anti-gay seems strong.
Strong as fuck.
And I don't necessarily know. I don't necessarily know if that's real or not. I could be.
And what is real?
What I mean when I say I don't know if it was real or not. Like I said, I think a lot of times the more progressive the idea that's being defended is, the more harsh the criticism will be to someone not assimilating to that idea. So if it's something as progressive as like trans issues, if the person who is bucking against the idea is bucking against the idea of trans rights or something, the person who's advocating for trans rights is going to launch the harshest judgments of the person who's resisting. Like the harshest judgments come to the people bucking against the most progressive ideas. Like the more progressive the idea, the harsher the criticism. Like by far.
That kind of makes sense though.
I mean, to garner change, sure.
I was about to say, yeah, 'cause that kind of makes sense. Like if you're against like basic human rights, you're definitely like not a non-ally. I'm just using that as an example. Like,
I understand what you're saying, but I don't know that is the best way, to convince people. So like calling you anti-gay because you might be at minimum somewhat intolerant, I don't think that changes your mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if someone says like, yeah, I just don't necessarily think that abortion is the right way to go. Well, you fucking hate it. Like that.
Baby killer.
Yeah. That seems a strong reaction. Like the stronger the reaction,
Gotcha.
the less likely the person is to hear you.
Yeah. Because of who it came from is the only reason I heard him. Yeah.
Which leads me back to when I said, I'm glad your brother's gay, man.
Like, now, you make me think, when you make a comment like that, you make me think of how it interacted, like, how I came off to other gays. Like, did I not seem like an ally, or like, did like, joke, but hopefully I pushed them away, but did I like, I don't want to comfort them, like, it's okay to be yourself. Like, I want to know how I interact with other gays. And
you interact with people as if they annoy you by existing. you interact with people as if everyone that you've ever met is stupid. That's how you actually interact with everyone.
You don't believe that.
Yeah.
No, you don't believe that.
Yes. You've gotten a lot better. I can say that for sure. You've gotten a lot better. I've seen you in I won't call them high tension situations, but like arguments happening that you're not in. You used to be willing to just throw fire on those. You used to be like, yeah, fuck everything. I'm just gonna make terrible jokes this entire time. But now you are actually like, you put your therapist cap on. You actually give a fuck. So you've gotten better, but you still definitely interact with people as if like it's an annoyance that they're here.
And that can definitely come off as anti-gay to that crowd, for sure.
Yeah. I think knowing you and knowing that you're anti-everyone makes it easier to accept that. But I think the thing that was surprising to me so much is that like you You bang for gay people, man.
bro. For real, that's, like
You be begging for gay people.
I want to argue with this nigga so bad, but it's like you would know though, right?
What
Like,
do you mean?
like my brother would know if I'm being an ally or not. And if
No.
he called me,
No, not necessarily. No, I don't think that being gay
Nope.
gives you the authority.
okay, that's great.
to
Yep.
yeah, I don't think that it gives you the authority to know whether someone is Okay, here I'll retract that statement, and I'll say it does not stop you from being biased against someone who hurt your feelings. That's what I mean to say.
Yeah.
You hurt his feelings. I'm assuming you hurt his feelings, and he's letting you know that hurt his feelings. But the way he's letting you know is by telling you, like, this is a judgment of my people, and it's not cool.
Yeah. And that's what I was like, bro, I really bang for them. And it's
You
like,
do.
to call me anti, that's like, bitch, what? Like,
You just conflicted, man. That's all.
but I don't think I'm conflicted. Like, I don't think twice. Like, but go support them.
As long as they're not fucking.
No, bro, they can do that. I don't care. I just don't want to hear it, man. I couldn't be more clear with that. I just don't
That's
want to
true.
hear it.
That was.
That is it. Long as they're not doing, that's not even that. I just don't care.
Yeah, it's probably not as cut and dry as we'd want it to be. I think this is one of those spectrum type things.
Yeah.
Like you're definitely not as progressive as you could be, but you're definitely not hateful.
And anti-gay is hateful.
Sure.
And I feel like that can't be me.
Sure.
So
You can't say yuck again though, man. You can't say ill.
but then I feel like I'm being corny, like, because if it's something else I don't like, I will happily say it. So now I'm just catering, like, here you go. You're not getting the real me. Like, yeah, this is what I want to hear about. Tell me. Like, no, like, I'm just letting you know, like, bro. And then I didn't cut her off. I just said, yuck. She continued the conversation. That was it, man.
Yeah, this is interesting. This is
Like-
interesting.
So it's not like the real me came out. I just expressed how I feel about hearing this, and that was it. Let you continue the vent about what happened. And I even commented on, like, I was able to take the gayness out. And that sounds so crazy. But I was like, I even said, like, my exact words was like, wow, that whole situation is fire, but yuck, because I know who it's about. That's what I said.
Who it's about.
Yeah. Two dudes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I was like, the idea of that was fire, but I don't want to hear about this. And that was it. Does that make it worse?
I think that it I think you are
Highlights the problem.
you are indicating the
gayness is the
intolerance.
problem,
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Fuck. Hey.
In not the last episode, but the one before it, because we are ahead by a couple weeks. I was editing it, and you said that means that you are okay with gayness. And I didn't respond immediately. Like, I definitely made a face that made it seem like you was talking crazy, but I didn't respond immediately. So then maybe 3 minutes later, I brought up how you've been talking real old school lately, because oh man, it sounds like you're okay with gay. It's like, yeah, I am okay with gayness. Like, that's you saying take the gayness out. I was able to take the gayness out and give my opinion. I think that is, if you just take that sentence,
Yeah.
if you just take that sentence, and if you can see a problem there, good.
Yeah.
If you can see a problem with the fact that you were only able to give your actual opinion, if the gayness ain't in there, I think you're halfway there. You are halfway there. Again, I don't think it makes you hateful. I don't think you're necessarily anti-gay. Maybe I don't know how these labels work. I'm actually really bad at like the social labels. Yeah. I'm terrible at it. I'm only good at the ones that I come up with, like the Android people. Like these are. I'm only good at those labels.
I'm glad you ain't one of them.
Huh?
I'm glad you're not one of them.
Oh yeah, I thought you said hate one. I'm like, my nigga, what you?
Yeah, we wouldn't be a thing if you were. For real.
We're not a thing.
See, I'm not anti-gay, y'all. That proves it right there, man.
Oh man, I'm nervous for this one.
Why?
Because I don't actually know anything. Like if I was well versed in what makes someone anti-gay or an ally, I think I would be more comfortable telling you, like, quote unquote, correcting you. But as it stands, like, I might just be shitting out of my mouth, you know? These are my opinions. This is the Overly Opinionated Podcast. So, leave your thoughts on getting flown out. Leave your thoughts on clothes fresh out the dryer. Leave your thoughts on Darian's anti-gay tirades. Leave them at the Overly Opinionated Pod on Instagram, at the OO Pod Boys on Twitter, or the Overly Opinionated Pod at gmail.com. For the geezers and the gazers. We'll see y'all next week.